The Golden Goose by Brothers Grimm. Once upon a time, there was a man who had 3 sons. The youngest son, named Simpleton, was often laughed at by his family and neighbors for being slow-witted and clumsy. His older brothers were considered clever and strong, and they were treated with more respect. One day, their father sent the eldest son into the forest to chop wood. Their mother gave him a delicious cake and a bottle of wine for his journey. As the eldest son entered the forest and began chopping wood, an old man appeared and said, "Please, kind young man, I am hungry and thirsty. Could you spare me a little of your cake and wine?" The eldest son, feeling too proud to share, replied, "If I give you my food and wine, I won't have enough for myself. Leave me alone." And so the old man went away, shaking his head. The eldest son continued his work, but soon after, he accidentally struck himself with his axe and had to return home in pain, having accomplished nothing. The next day, the second son went into the forest with a cake and bottle of wine. Just as before, the old man appeared and asked for a little of the cake and wine. The second son was just as selfish as his brother. "Go away, old man. This food is for me, not you," he said. The same fate befell the second son, and he too returned home injured and empty-handed. Finally, it was Simpleton's turn. Though his family doubted he could succeed, he set off into the forest. His mother gave him a cake made from water and ashes and a bottle of sour beer, thinking he wasn't worth better provisions. When Simpleton reached the forest, the old man appeared again and asked for a little food and drink. Simpleton, with a kind heart, said, "I only have a simple cake and sour beer, but you are welcome to share it with me." The old man smiled and sat with Simpleton to eat. When they had finished, the old man said, "Because of your generosity and kindness, I will reward you. Chop down that old tree over there, and you will find something special." Then the old man disappeared. Simpleton did as the old man said and chopped down the tree. To his amazement, inside the trunk was a golden goose. Simpleton picked up the golden goose and, delighted with his good fortune, set off for the town. On his way, he stopped at an inn for the night. The innkeeper had 3 daughters who, upon seeing the golden goose, were filled with greed. They each wanted to pluck a feather from the goose to keep for themselves. The eldest daughter waited until Simpleton was asleep and crept over to the goose. But as soon as she touched its golden feathers, her hand stuck fast to the bird, and she couldn't pull away. The second daughter, trying to help her sister, reached out to pull her away, but she too became stuck. Then the third daughter tried to help, and just like her sisters, she found herself glued to the goose. In the morning, Simpleton woke up and, unaware of the 3 girls stuck to his golden goose, continued on his way. The innkeeper's daughters were forced to follow him, stuck fast to the goose. As Simpleton walked through the town, more people tried to help the 3 sisters, but each one who touched them became stuck too. Soon, a long line of people, all stuck together, trailed behind Simpleton and his golden goose. At last they arrived at the royal palace, where the king's daughter lived. The princess had never smiled or laughed in her life, and the king had promised that whoever could make her laugh would win her hand in marriage. When the princess looked out the window and saw Simpleton leading the comical parade of people stuck to the golden goose, she burst into laughter for the first time in her life. The king, true to his word, gave Simpleton his daughter's hand in marriage. And so, Simpleton, once considered foolish and clumsy, became a prince. He married the princess, and they lived happily ever after, with the golden goose as a symbol of Simpleton's kindness and good fortune. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more magical tales. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Have a great day, and see you in the next story.